Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. My name is Joe. I'll be leading you on this guided meditation this morning. So let me invite you to just close your outer eyes with me as we take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out our mouth. Everything undesired that does not serve our best and greatest good, all negative energy. We breathe in everything we need that is good. And we just feel the rise and fall of our breath. Let your breathing not be forced. Just let it flow naturally, comfortably, as we center ourselves in consciousness, in unification with spirit, with the divine source energy that is all good, that is all peace. Is the light, the Christ light within. Let us know our Christ light that is in and within each and every one of us. That light, white light of Christ at the center, at the core of our being. With each inhalation, see that white light within flare up and stoke like a fire within. Illuminating everything within you, up and down from your head to your toes. Feel that bright white light, that energy, vitalize, warmth, energy. Every inhalation, we see this, we feel this, we know this. We exhale all tension from our body. We inhale the light, stoking inside of us. And with each out breath, feel that tension, whether it's in your head, your shoulders, your back, being pulled from your body outward. Feel your body relax. All that tension melt away as it dissolves and evaporates into the nothingness, into the void from which it came. And keep your attention focused on your breathing. Allow any distracting thoughts or noises in your head just pass, and return your focus to your breathing, to your God breath. Do not strain or struggle with any distracting noises or thoughts in your head. Just let them be. Let them flow outward And return to the centering in your awareness, to that Christ light within. Feel your breathing grow deeper and deeper with every inhalation and every exhalation. Feel your breathing grow deeper and deeper. See that bright white light of Christ flaring up inside with every inhalation. And see this light, this power, this energy expel from your body as you breathe it outward through the sanctuary and beyond. See all tension, aches, pains, whatever, being pulled away, and your body being relaxed, comfortable on every exhalation. Knowing that Spirit is perfect. Therefore, you are perfect. You are pure Spirit. The essence of what I call God, you may choose to call your higher power, whatever you may. Knowing this divine essence within me, within you, was good. Health, energy, vitality is restored, regenerated, and alive within you, within me. See yourself aligning with spirit now. Aligned. Be aware. God is present. Right here, within and all around. In every point in space and time. Now and always. It has you. It protects you, comforts you, guides you. Restores, accept and trust. In this power, in this presence. Let go, and let it flow. now, let us return our attention back to this sacred space, to this sanctuary. Allow yourself to just breathe. You may wish to wiggle your fingers or your toes. And when it's comfortable, at your ready, I just invite you to open your outer eyes. This concludes our meditation. Thank you.
Welcome. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for. What this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. Learn to keep it inside. Now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper light. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors on this heart, poor old heart, mine.
Thank you, Gilman. All right, that was beautiful. All right, swing wide the door, right? Let all that love come in. Come on in. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube and here in our beautiful sanctuary. My name is Sonja Prince, and it is truly a privilege and an honor to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. CSL Redlands is a new thought community living in ancient wisdom philosophy based on the science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes studied truth from all worlds, religions, traditions, and spiritual paths and developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. CSL Redlands is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you're here for the first time, please raise your hand and let us properly greet you. All right. We know you have a choice for your spiritual community, and again, we're delighted to have you visit with us today. Just a gentle reminder to silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully. All right, and now I'll move to our announcements. Okay, we have the Wake Up and Meditate with Sonja Prince, our very own Sonja. It's a daily spiritual practice, Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. on Zoom. And you can also donate a meal for the women's shelter, our very own women's shelter right here at our center. If anyone is interested in donating a meal or volunteering for the CSL Redlands Women's Safe Shelter, please speak with Jean to sign up. And we have our 1-minute miracle. Our practitioners are available after service for prayer. What can we know for your highest good? And Amazon Smile, don't just wait for a holiday. Next time you shop using Amazon, you can donate to CSL Redlands. Go to smile.amazon.com and choose Redlands Center for Spiritual Living. Each time you shop, a portion of your shopping total will benefit us. Thanks for shopping and benefiting your CSL Redlands. We have the Accelerate Neighborhood Climate Action. Coordinator is kicking off a new program, Resilient Living, Facing Climate Challenges Together. The first workshop is being held next Wednesday, September 21st, 6 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. at the Redlands Community Center, 111 West Lagonia Avenue. And we have a musical concert and celebration featuring Ricky Byers and Michael Gott. It will be held at 4:30 p.m. Saturday, September 24th. The Arcadia Performing Arts Center, hosted by the AHIA Center for Spiritual Living. Tickets are $40 for the in-person show, and tickets are $20 for live streaming. This will be a spectacular and heartfelt show you don't want to miss. And that concludes our announcements. Next, we have our visioning. We have a great visioning core that features myself, Eileen, Ellen, Maria, and Iris. And they are just abundant of energy and spirit and love that they pour into our visioning, and I can't be more grateful to have them as part of our visioning core. So thank you to you all. Here's our visioning statement. And what we visioned on was, what is God's highest idea for CSL Redlands events that we have in our community? And here's what came about. Our community encircles our center, seeking out the sounds of joy and happiness, while shedding away their fears and negativity. They come as we come for the opportunities to heal, share, and to seek our spiritual home. Bold is our true nature, coming from all walks of life to feel loved. Through our events, we channel a new together. And Last but not least, you are magnificent and loved as you are right here. You are right where you are, God is. And now our creative centering music is performed by our very talented Gilman Carver.
I haven't done this before as a centering song, but Eileen really wanted to hear this, and I haven't done it in a long time. It's a poem called My Creed by Howard A. Walter from 1906, and I just thought it was appropriate to set it to music by Sibelius from 1899 called Finlandia. I would be true, for there are those who trust me. I would be pure, for there are those who care. I would be strong, for there is much to suffer. I would be brave, for there is much to dare. I would be strong, for there is much to suffer. I would be brave, for there is much to dare. I would be friend of all, the foe, the friendless. I would be giving and forget the gift. I would be humble, for I know my weakness. I would look up and love and laugh and lift. I would be humble, for I know my weakness. I would look up and love and laugh and lift. Thank you.
Thank you, Gilman. Wonderful as usual. Hello again. Got a reading for you today. It's under the theme Living Your Dream. We start by a biblical verse, 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. Let all that you do be done in love. A man named Howard Thurman said, "Our dreams belong to us. They come full-blown out of the world in which we work and hope and carry on. They are not impostors. They are not foreign elements invading our world like some solitary comet from the outer reaches of space. No, Our dreams are our spirit, the vital part of us. They become for us the bearers of new possibility, the enlarged horizon, the great hope. Even as they romp among the stars, they come back to their place in our lives, bringing with them the radiance of the far heights, the lofty regions, and giving to all our days the lift and magic of the stars. Here's a poem called Whatever Dreams You're Becoming. I'm sorry, Whatever Dreams You're Dreaming. My bad. Whatever dreams you're dreaming, may each one of them come true. Whatever plans you're making, may they all work out for you. And may you have more happiness than any words can tell, not only on this day, but all the year as well. May you have a little sunlight to guide you on your way. May you discover, little by little, happiness that's here to stay. May you grow a little stronger and a little wiser with each dawn. May you have a little time to believe in dreams, to dream upon. May all the joy your heart desires find its way to you. And may the blessings that brighten up your days keep on shining through. I ask you to be still with me for a moment for our opening prayer. Recognizing that God, Spirit, is all there is, this power, this presence in me, in you, all around, that exists in every point in space of time, all the time. I speak my word, knowing it is truth, which cannot be denied. I know that this power that powers me in unification, unified with this divine presence. I know that we gather here today in this place, in this space, and all those out there online watching from their homes or wherever they may be in this world at this particular moment. I know goodness and more goodness that comes to each and every one of us as we gather as a community in spirit and love and collective consciousness for our best and greatest good, a good that is ours by right, by law, by nature. Because I know that spirit, that I call God, which you may call whatever you may desire to call it, it's a force of good, of benevolence, of love, and it is powerful. It is the most powerful that power can be. And it powers me, it powers you, it powers each and every one of us as we spiral upward and evolve to that greatest of good and knowingness and consciousness of divine spirit of love. And this power and this intelligence that is universal, that is all around us, it prepares us today for the message to be delivered by Sonja Prince, our spiritual director. And this power that is creative energy that blesses Gilman Carver, this blessing, this gift of music that just taps into our souls and reverberates in glorious vibration all around. How grateful I am. How grateful I am for this beauty, this love, this collective spirit and consciousness that fills this sanctuary, that fills the world beyond these walls. It reverberates, it vibrates, and I feel this power now. And I know that it is only good and more good to come, because it exists It is true. And all I need to do now is just let it go. Let it be so. Knowing it is done, it is complete. And I release now to the law of universal spirit of intelligence that always responds yes. Praise be. And so it is.
Okay, has everybody seen a movie called The Greatest Showman? Maybe not. We're talking about living your dream here, and I didn't have any really good ideas about what to sing. And Sonja came up with this song from The Greatest Showman. It's about P.T. Barnum and how he brought pride to a lot of people that probably never would have had it in their life. Wonderful movie. But in this song, it starts with being sung by P.T. Barnum as a little kid. Towards the end, his girlfriend, when you hear me go into like second person, that's his girlfriend singing. When she sings, however big, however small. Anyway, it's called A Million Dreams. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting there for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take.
however big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, 'cause every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
All right.
Thank you.
So good morning, everybody. So there's a million dreams we're gonna make, right? Ooh. That's what we're here for, to make our dreams come true. So this morning's topic is living your dreams. But first, before I do anything else, there are two little girls watching online that says, "Grandma, you didn't say hello to us." So hello, Nyla. Hello, Zara. It's Grandma. So thank you for everyone who's here in the sanctuary today and everyone who is watching us on Facebook Live and watching us on YouTube. We really appreciate you. We know that you have a choice of your spiritual community and are delighted that you have decided to join us today. And Daryl mentioned that in his welcoming today. But this idea of a million dreams that we have, we can dream. If we can dream it, we can have it. So another thing I want to do this morning is I want to bring up Edward Torres. And he doesn't know I'm bringing him up, but now he does. And if you remember, a month or so ago, he had the privilege of being awarded the Heroes Award by the city at the State of the City address, mayor's address. So here it was, it says, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to Edward Torres by the Redlands Hero Award, City of Redlands, in honor and recognition of your achievement of the Redlands Hero Award. May you continue to serve as an inspiration to our community through exemplifying the highest idea of character and service. So let's please give Edward Torres a hand. And this is your award.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We picked it up. We picked it up the other day without letting him know that we were going to do that. So back to the talk. So living your dream. So as you know, Centers for Spiritual Living has a yearly theme, and it's called Living Everyday Wonder. And it's about, this month theme of September is about work. And last week we talked about vocation, and which is our heart, which comes from our heart, and then work. So I want to just go into that a little bit deeper today. And so the key words that we're going to be discussing today is purpose, passion, and persistence. So I always like to start with a story. So here we go. The School of Agricultural Deans was interviewing prospective students, and he asked the question, "Why have you chosen this career?" I dream of making $1 million in farming like my father before me, the student replied. Your father made $1 million in farming? Asked the dean. No, replied the applicant, but he always dreamed of it. So what does this mean to be living your dream? You know, we are from the Centers of Spiritual Living, and the Centers for Spiritual Living is all about living spiritually. This idea of living spiritually and bringing in those ideas and those dreams that we have. But I can tell you one thing, so many people have not and are not living their dreams. So in this thing called You by Ernest Holmes, it says, seek to make your work a prayer, your believing an act, your living an art. It is then that the object of your faith will be made visible. It is then that you shall kiss the lips of your desire. So I remember when I was in high school, our school was set up where there were educational opportunities and extracurricular activities for the males and the females. So some of the things that they were offering as an extracurricular in the school system in Florida was, for the males, there was things such as wood shop, metal shop, auto mechanics, and stuff like masonry. And so you would go to your regular classes, and then you'd go to this special class, and you would learn to make to do these things. It was up to you if you wanted to go into them, but they were offered. And so for the female students, we had things like home economics, where we learned how to sew, and we would have to, in order to pass a class, you would have to make an outfit. You'd have to plan it and make the outfit. And then home economics. I don't know if you remember, there's these little boxes, and inside the boxes was these index cards. And on each index card, we would have to write a recipe. And then in the class, there was a whole setup for kitchen. We would have to cook it. And then we would share it with the classroom. So, and then the other class that we had was secretarial. Typing. We had these big, giant, bulky typewriters, and I remember when we used to make a mistake and you had to get this little correction paper and put it in there and then type over the letter that you made a mistake and then take it off and then type that letter again. Before they had the correction tape built into the I don't know, you call that thing, the ink, and then you could type it and then back up and correct it. But anyway, I say all that to say that these courses were set up in the high schools, and they were designed to point us in a certain career direction. So we really didn't have this idea of dreaming what we might want to be, because the schools were set up where they wanted to give you a vocation. And when you got out of high school, if you were good at that vocation, you could get a certificate or a call from the teacher, and you could get a job. I have a friend from Michigan, and theirs was set up a little bit different, where they would go to class and they would have their general studies, math, English, social studies, science, and then they would get out of school and they would walk 4 blocks down to the vocational center. And theirs, you could take hairdressing, you could do hairdressing, and you had to pass a written exam, and then you had to do a demonstration of if you knew how to do hair, and then if you passed, you could go right into the workforce, and you could have a job in doing all these things. So the system was really set up for us to be led to a career. So right out of high school, if you weren't going off to college, you had a vocation that you could go into. So there was much room for us dreaming about what we wanted to do. All those people who decided to go to vocational path. And say, because a lot of our families would say, if you're not going to college out of high school, you're either going to the military or you're going to get a job. So we had to do that. We toed the line and we did that. So we were kind of led, like sheep. We were kind of led to things that that was good for the economy. that bought into this idea of the American dream, right out of high school, right into vocation, or right into college. And then there was Detroit, where they made the cars. All this stuff was happening. Was it in Detroit where they made the cars? Yeah, where they made the cars, and you could get a really good job. So our parents told us, you go out there and you get a really good job, and you stay in that, and you get your pension, and that is the American dream. You get your house, your wife, your dog, your cat, and your 2 children. And so we bought into this idea of the American dream. But it didn't lend room for us dreaming these dreams of what we might want to become. So, like Joe said in his reading, in 1 Corinthians 16, chapter 14 verse, it said, "Let all that you do be done in love." And a lot of us found that what we decided to do, we really didn't love it. We did not love it. It was just something that we had to do. I remember when I first got out of high school, I did go to the junior college, and then I took this job. It was at this company called American Technical Ceramics, and I'll never forget it. So my job was, I was a capacitor tester, and I thought I had arrived. So all day, that I'd have my little screen in front of me, and these little teeny capacitors that they put in radios and things like that. You remember those things? I would have to test them. So I put my little, and then I'd see where the thing went. And if it didn't go far, I knew that was a bad one, so I pushed it aside, and then I test the next one. And then I text. Can you imagine doing that for 8 hours a day? It was a real snoozer. So I made up my mind, I have to get out of this. I can't do this. So our spiritual principle, because we always come back to spiritual principle, is we believe, or you make it personal, I believe in the direct revelation of truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of humanity, and that any person may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with this indwelling presence, the indwelling presence of spirit. So what is this truth Ernest Holmes referring to? This spiritual living, this thing that we do, this idea that we get to choose and live in this choice of ours of what we want to do. It is our choice to live our dreams, because there's these infinite possibilities in the world. And so all this swirly opportunities are out there, but it's up to us to step into the fullness of God and go towards it, move ourselves towards it. So we must engage with spirit. We must do our deep work to remove any or all thoughts of lack or limitation, all thoughts of I can't do that because. We need to erase all of that. We must remove anything that gets in the way of this knowledge. So Thomas Troward tells us that we are divine distributors of this energy, and we say we are co-creating with this energy. Both are correct. We are divine distributors of this energy. We are co-creating. So my question to you is, what would you like to create? Because you can live in a world that you design. As Gilman said in the song, I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. That's another reminder that we can live our dreams. They can say it sounds crazy. They can say I have lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. I can live in the world that I design. So our founder reminds us in 1934, this book called Can We Talk to God, is that we are the chemists in a laboratory of the infinite. What shall we produce? What shall we produce? And I've heard people say, if money was not an object, what would you be doing different from what you're doing now? And really, money is not an object. You can live in a world that you design. You can create whatever you want to create. And so how do we do that? So I'm reminded of a class that I took called Noble Purpose. And in the textbook in chapter 1, it was titled, Take This Job and Love It. Take this job and love it. So in the reading, it talked about a middle-aged ajushi, which is a shoe shine operator in Korea. That's what they're called. And so as he stooped over a pair of black worn-out loafers that what seemed to be usually a long stretch of time, the younger customer asked him the question, because he was so captivated, because he thought he is really taking his time with every crevice, every wrinkle in this loafer. He's really doing a remarkable job. So he had never experienced that before. So he asked a Jushu, he said, what motivates you to take painstakingly visits to each seam and crevice in my shoes and the sea of shoes that I see around you? And so the Ajushi, barely adjusting his gaze, offered an explanation. And he said, every time I shine a pair of shoes, my kids get to go to college. So that is the dream that he's creating, the idea that his kids can go to college through this vocation that he has chosen, this work that he has chosen, that he's putting his all in all into. And so what do we need to achieve these dreams that I'm talking about and to live your dreams? Well, you need purpose. So the Ajushu purpose was to send his children to school. You need passion. And the passion comes in with that strong inner idea that nothing is going to knock you off this path that you're on to achieving this dream, just like the song said. And then persistence. Persistence. There's no opposition that's going to keep me from doing what I want to do. And so I have a clip for you that David is going to cue up right now. And before you cue it up, David, I just want to tell you a little bit about it. So I'm married to Daryl, and Daryl has been wanting to be a pilot for 30 years. And so the company that he chose, the career field that he chose to go into was professional aeronautics. And that got him just a little bit closer to his dreams, because every day he works with the simulators and they train pilots to fly. So that's how you do things. You get into the field that you want to get into to reach the goal that you're wanting to go into. So I want to show you this. And so after all, Daryl's been working for the company for 35 years. But in 2017, his company paid for his flight training. So this is a little clip. So there he is. Thank you. So there he is. So my question is, are you living your dream in work and in life in general? Are you? Because you can do it. This man waited 30 years to be up there in the sky. And now he's talking about, honey, you want to go up with me? I'm like, maybe later. But I'm happy that he was able to realize his dream. So in closing, Carlos Castaneda said, on your journey, one path makes for a joyful journey. As long as you follow it, you are one with it. The other will make you curse life. One makes you strong, and the other makes you weak. So wake up. Worship. Now, the word worship just simply means to open yourself up to the universe and allow the universe to pour itself into you. And thereby, you are touching the face of God. So this week, the invitation is to remember that you are powerful, that your consciousness is one of omnipotence, that your thought is infinite, that your destiny is eternal, and your home is everlasting heaven. So seek to make your work a prayer, believing in yourself, believing and living that art, that piece of art. And then finally, Howard Thurman says, our dreams belong to us, and they will come full-blown out of the world in which we work and hope and carry on. So I invite you this week to remember who you are. Remember that there's infinite possibilities once you step into the allness and fullness and allow the universe to pour itself out of you. Allow those dreams to come forth. And whether it take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 30 years, you can be living your dream. You can live your dream. Namaste. Thank you.
Anybody remember Anthony Newley? No? That was a long time ago. This song was written by Anthony Newley and Leslie Bracuse from a musical called Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. Long time ago.
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build me a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build me a daydream from a little hope. Gonna push that daydream up the mountain slope. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream, gonna make them both come true. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build me a heaven, and I know darn well build my mountain with a lot of care. Take my daydream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there. When I build that heaven, as I will someday, and the Lord sends Gabriel to take me away, wanna find young son to take my place. I'll leave a son in my heaven on earth with the Lord's good grace. Gonna find young son to take my place. I'll leave a son in my heaven on earth with the Lord's good grace. Gonna build a mountain of love, gonna flow mountain of love, overflow my fountain of love, yeah, yeah.
Build that mountain.
Thank you, Gilman. That was great. Okay, we have an affirmation that we read from this week's topic. And I'm not sure, David, do you have it? Okay. Oh, that's not the one we're going to say right now, but leave it up. So the affirmation for today's talk is, the dream of God is awake and alive in me. So let's say that together. The dream of God is awake and alive in me. Thank you. So now it is time for our conscious giving. And if you see one of these envelopes on your table right there, this is how we can know who's given, and you can get credit for it, because we give a statement at the beginning of the year that you can use for your taxes. So please pick up an envelope if you're giving and just put your name on it, and then we can make sure we give you proper credit for that. So I'm going to do that right now. And then we also have Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, and then if you want to send a check, we have a secured mailbox. So we want to invite you to consider that the same portal from which you give from is indeed the same portal from which you receive. So let's expand into being bigger and bolder givers, and that way we will be bigger and bolder receivers. So I ask you to place your offering and tithe over your heart as we affirm together, and it's on the screen. From the love of pure spirit, let's say that together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. So I ask the ushers to come forward, please.
Thank you for giving, thank you for receiving, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing, thank you for believing, thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, bless you for sharing, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
So I invite the congregation to stretch your hands forward. I bless these tithes and gifts and offerings, knowing that they are sufficient to cover the needs of CSL Redlands, which is a successful idea in the mind of God. How good it is to speak this word and know this truth now. And together we affirm it by saying, and so it is. So as we talked about earlier, Daryl mentioned that we have, Daryl, can you just stay there? And Daryl is our practitioner for today. And Joe is our practitioner student for today. And so if you're looking for what is God's highest idea for you, for whatever situation, that they will offer prayer after service. And I'm also available for prayer as well. And then we have a minister in our midst this morning. I'm just going to ask her to stand. And her name is Reverend Suzanne Gray. So thank you for being here. So as we go into our closing prayer, I just want to acknowledge every beautiful soul that has joined us here today in person and joined us online. We are forever grateful that you're here with us. And so taking in that deep breath of spirit and knowing that right where you are, God is. And that there is only one power and presence. That presence is omniscient, omnipotent. It is omnipresent, everywhere present. And so we step into this presence of the divine in our consciousness, in our thinking, and in our speaking. And we know that as we focus on our good, that only good can come. So I bless this service today. I bless each and every person here. And I bless those that wanted to be here but could not be here for whatever reason. We know right where they are is just perfect. And right where they are, God is. So I recognize the presence of God in all that I do, in all that I say. And so today I'm blessing this congregation with peace, the peace that passes understanding, with joy, that joy that bubbles up within us and can't help but spilling out. And I bless you with having that joy when you know and you're touched by the divine, when you anchor yourself into that knowing. And knowing that and anchoring into that, you can live the world of your dreams, that there is infinite possibilities for you in this life. And so just knowing that, I give thanks for the beauty of this day. I give thanks for our teaching that reminds us of whose and who we are, that reminds us to step into the fullness. And we're not talking about personality. We push personality aside and we just use that universal spirit to channel our God self. And we bring that forth for all the world to see. You are the face. You are the vessel. You are the voice of God right here, right now. So blessing all of this knowledge that we have, I just let go and let God be God. And I anchor it and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
Let the light of Spirit shine through me. Let the light of Spirit shine through you. As our grace and love make this a brighter world. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Let the light of Spirit shine through me. Let the light of Spirit shine through you. That's our grace and love make this a brighter world. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Let me hear you. Let the light of Spirit shine through me. Let the light of Spirit shine through you. 'Cause our grace and love make this a brighter world. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Let the light of Spirit shine on. Let the light of Spirit shine